All right, in our last video, we showed you how we put everything together for these red chili, flat red chili enchiladas, beef enchiladas. Okay, so
very important.
we just added 2 tablespoons of this garlic. Now we are going to give that a stir and add
the other seasonings back there.
the other seasonings. So we're going to probably add about like
Not
a teaspoon of oregano, maybe half a teaspoon.
Right there, yep. That's
Half
good.
a teaspoon of oregano. And we're going to add about half a teaspoon of garlic powder.
Right there, yep.
About it. And about cumin. Quarter teaspoon.
Yeah, quarter not very much.
Quarter teaspoon of cumin.
There.
There we go. And give that a stir. Gonna give a little salt, a little pepper in there. We probably might need to add a little bit more salt since we drained some. Let's do some pepper first. My husband loves pepper, so we're gonna be doing this for a while. Pepper, okay, that's good. That probably was about let's see, half a not even, I think it was like a quarter teaspoon. Quarter teaspoon of pepper. We'll probably do another couple of dashes of salt. Just because we need flavor, and the red chili is really a plain flavor. Even though it has like a smokiness to it, it doesn't have like seasoning in it. It's just chili peppers. So, got that going. And now we're going to open up the red chili. And we're going to pour this whole thing in here, right?
Yes.
Do we need to add any thickening agent like flour?
No.
No? No cornstarch?
Not that I
Sure.
green.
And it's supposed to be like a thicker sauce. It's supposed to be watery.
It's a little bit, yeah,
A little thicker?
A little bit water. It's kind of like in between. Kind of, you see how that a little bit like you see the top. Yeah,
Okay, it
'cause we
probably
don't
needs a
want
little bit of cornstarch then.
Yeah, because we don't want it. Yeah, because we don't want it thick to where
Right.
it's got to.
But this is very liquidy.
Yeah, it is.
Now we've been out here for such a long time. When I first moved here, I learned how to roast green chilies, and I learned how to make red chili because when you're in New Mexico, do as the New Mexicans do, and eat chili. So I thought it was like chili. You know, people from the East Coast, you're probably thinking chili is like beans, meat, you know, some tomatoes in there, onion or whatever. You know, you think about chili, 2-alarm chili, 3-alarm chili. That's what I thought it was. I didn't have a clue what they were talking about. And I had been eating those Tina's burritos when I was growing up, and I remember it would say green chilies, and I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I was like, they don't taste like bell peppers, you know, but found out that that's actually what the green chilies were. I had no idea. And also that some people call chilies jalapenos because they are in the chili family. So.
Might add a smidge of water, and then we can add a little bit of cornstarch to thicken it.
We're adding
you
water
see
to
how
this.
that thickness. You see how that's perfect. That's in there like that, but
You don't think
it might
this is enough
be a little bit.
sauce?
It might be a little spicy, so you might. That's why you dilute it with a little bit of water, not too much, and then you can thicken.
You can't crush up like crackers in it?
No.
Okay. I guess we're gonna add a little bit of water to this. So let's
Yeah, not too much. Here, use this.
use that.
Yep. Then we add a little flour to it. I do remember that. Things come to me slowly. It's been a while since I've cooked.
How much flour? A couple tablespoons?
How much water did you put?
No, a cup. Okay.
No, then just a tablespoon, man.
1 tablespoon.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon to this cup of water. Stir it up. Let me use a little fork. I don't know, y'all. We'll try to get this video connected with the other one we started. This happens all the time because we're recording from the phone. We're newbies at this, so we haven't really figured out and decided on the whole YouTube thing yet. So we just thought we would bring a couple of things to y'all, a couple of things that we like to cook and put together for ourselves. You don't think that's too hard?
Doesn't that thicken up with the heat?
It might it'll probably thicken a little bit. We'll see. How about I put half of that in? Let's see what that looks like. Alright. They gotta see it a little better. Let's give them a little peek at it. That's what it's looking like. It's gonna need to boil up. Once we put the lid on it, it's gonna have to boil. So we'll see if this is gonna thicken up. You want more liquid than this? You want more liquid than this in here? Will you put the rest of that in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Make sure all the water's coming out of there. And we're gonna keep that going, but you turned it all the way down to 2. We gotta turn
Oh
it
yeah,
back up.
because it was boiling. I didn't want
It's
to
okay. I got my apron on. He's got his apron on. So we'll be alright. Okay. We're gonna let this boil up and thicken up. And we'll show you guys. We'll be right back in just a moment. Thank you again for joining us though. We're having fun. We haven't done this in a while. So. And this is his second time in the video. So you guys are used to seeing me, but he'll be joining us more often now. So anyway, we'll be right back. All right, well, the chili is boiling up. I'm gonna finish chopping up these vegetables, these tomatoes for our toppings. Got a little Roma tomatoes. I'm gonna rinse those off. Can you rinse those off for me?
Sure.
Whoop, oops, stop one. Yikes. Thank you. Gonna rinse those off. Get those all chopped up. And they will be ready for later. In the meantime, though, I'm going to probably I think I might taste this chili right now. You need a lot more salt.
Yeah.
And salt, flavor at all. But you see, I taste the spice.
Yeah.
I can taste the oregano.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
And garlic. I'm saying maybe it needs about 2 teaspoons of salt total.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And just let that cook up, and but I think that's going to be good. That's good. It's going to thicken up a little bit more, but that'll turn it in.
Yeah.
I don't think we need more of that.
That's what the crackers are for, to soak up the juice
Ooh, spicy.
and to help with that spice.
Yeah, that's gonna be spicy. All right, so now I'm chopping up the Roma tomatoes. This one does not work for that, so I need to use one of my better knives. I don't have time for that. I like my little ulu. It works for a lot of things, especially lettuce and things like that, but it doesn't always work on like tomatoes, especially if you need to get a good slice, because we all know tomatoes, if they're overripe, you can't slice them unless you have a really good sharp knife, because they just get like mushy and they just start falling apart, and that drives me crazy. So. Dicing up these tomatoes. I love lettuce and tomatoes and anything that I have that is Mexican food, whether it be burritos, tacos, taco bowls, enchiladas. It could be rice and beans, and I like a little bit of garnish on it. That's what they call it here in New Mexico. They call it garnish. I'm like, garnish? It's like vegetables. It's like what makes the flavors, right? So anyway, I like the garnish. So we're gonna get this all sliced up. And then I'll come to you and show you all the cheese when I get that cheese shredded up. I'll be right back. Got one more tomato to dice up, and then we're gonna start on shredding that cheese. Right there. Alright. And then check your chili sauce over there. See how it's going? It tastes good. Taste it now to make sure that the salt is just right.
I would say a smidge more of thickening it up. I don't know how thick it's gonna.
That looks pretty good. It's pretty thick to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you let it boil up more, it'll thicken even more. Flour. You put flour in there. I don't put these little things in my tomatoes. I always leave them out. I want to chew on the stem thing, but sometimes I find them in my food at Taco Bell. I still eat them, I think. But. Alrighty. Wash that up. Onto the cheese. Alright, y'all, you guys see how good this chili sauce is looking. I'm showing it to you right now. Wow. That looks so good. Look at that. Wow. Just deliciousness right here. All that delicious ground beef just pouring into the pan. It's probably can go on a simmer now, right? Lower simmer.
Yep, absolutely.
Turn that down to about two.
Absolutely.
About 1.5, 2. I'm gonna cover it and simmer it. Let that simmer for about 30 minutes.
No?
More.
No?
As soon as that cheese is shredded and ready,
Yeah, that's good.
it'll be good to go. So I'm excited about that. Oh, here we go with this Munster cheese. I also took out these Rosarita. Rosarita is traditional refried beans, good source of fiber, because I know this chili is gonna be really spicy, and I like beans. So I wasn't gonna have beans, but
Doesn't traditionally go with
it doesn't traditionally go with the dish, but I like beans, and yeah, I think I'm being a little greedy, maybe. Who knows? You got the plate ready? Shredding.
Yeah.
Cut this cheese. This is hubby's favorite cheese, by the way. Munster, amongst other. I think there's other cheese too, but
Yeah, you can sharp cheddar. A lot of we use that, and asadero.
and asadero cheese. I can't wait to try some of that shredded
Whatever your favorite
quesadilla
is, but
asadero cheese. Soon enough, we'll be making quesadillas next because, yeah. And I think it might be. It's funny because we were at the grocery store and all the stuff on sale at the grocery store was like all the stuff to make tacos and stuff like that. Like all the refried beans were on sale, all the taco seasoning, avocado, guacamole, just around here. Like it's springtime, and spring is like taco season. Really, like tacos not just Tuesday, but something like that every day. It's gonna be what people are going for because people are ready for it around here. So where did my knife go?
right here.
Can you raise it real quick because it's got tomato juice on it. I'm gonna slice a third of this cheese and shred it up, get it shredded, and then we're gonna throw that on in that little container here. It's got all the toppings. And then he said, once this is done, it'll be ready to go. So, should I throw a can of beans in there?
If you
Can, so we don't have to dirty another pan. I think yeah. So, cutting about a third. That's cheese, a lot of cheese, but cutting about a third of this cheese down. Got it. I'm gonna wrap that up. Probably need another bag for this one. You hold the bag down there. The quart size bag. I'll be right back. I wasn't recording, but anyway. I'm gonna show you what this cheese looks like in just a minute.